Life as I knew it vanished like morning mist, replaced by a new reality, one I never anticipated. My husband, once vibrant and full of life, now navigates the disorienting world of frontotemporal dementia. Each day is a journey into the unknown, a tightrope walk between love and despair. The man I have shared my life with is still here, but different, lost in the fog of his own mind. We face challenges most people wouldn't understand. Simple tasks, once effortless, now require constant supervision. The disease steals away his memories, his personality, his ability to be the man he once was. If it were just me that felt his pain, I can handle that. But seeing him and realizing what was happening was heartbreaking. We never had a chance to build our marriage. It was taken away by this disease. All of our dreams and talks about vacations, becoming grandparents became distant, then disappeared completely. I became a caregiver and no longer his wife. Sometimes calling me his previous wife's name. That was a dagger to the heart. This isn't the type of disease you have hope with. There is no hope. No treatment, just trying to make your loved one's life as comfortable as possible. Even he didn't know what made him comfortable. It's fall time, gutters needed to be cleaned, so I'm up on a 10-foot ladder, hose in tow, bucket around wrist, and a hanger. He came out to see what I was doing. I asked if he could please grab the empty bucket, but he said no. I got my hand stuck in the gutter. Extra small opening, it was raining, and I'm spraying on hand with the freezing cold water to shrink my hand, and I eventually got my hand out and was freezing. But another new task that became my new job. I saw him sit in silence, sad but empty. Asked him if he was okay. He said no. He couldn't stand watching me do work like that because my limitations. But he repeated again. He was losing his mind every day, felt he had no choice or options. It's about finding strength in the face of adversity and cherishing the moments, both big and small. I remember the only time I really saw joy in his eyes is when his friends came by, my boys and my granddaughter. I simply was the caregiver. In some lucid moments, he would say, "Thank you for taking care of me." He was aware sometimes when his was mean and hurtful and would say sorry. But it's in the eyes. The words were said, but there really was no meaning behind them. He learned to pacify me with a word now and then. But again, empty words. I wished I could say we were in this journey together. But in reality, I was in this journey alone. It's fall as I watched him from the kitchen window. He was outside, a determined look on his face, wrestling with an old wooden ladder. Alarm bells instantly blared in my head. "Honey, what are you doing?" I called out, my voice laced with concern. "The gutters need cleaning," he shouted back, his voice uncharacteristically loud. "Only I just cleaned them early that day. Can't have a clogged gutter." I rushed outside, my heart pounding. He was halfway up the ladder, his movements unsteady, his balance precarious. "Get down from there. It's not safe," I pleaded. He ignored me, his focus entirely on the task at hand. The fear was palpable, a knot tightening in my chest. I watched helplessly as he precariously reached out, almost losing his balance. "Please," I whispered, my voice choked with emotion. "Let me help you." The incident with the ladder was just a glimpse into our new reality. Moments like these, once rare, were becoming increasingly frequent. Each one chipped away at his sense of self, his pride, his independence. "I used to be able to do that," he'd mutter, his voice laced with bitterness. "I used to be someone." Those words, like shards of glass, pierced my heart. How do you explain to someone they're losing themselves piece by piece? The disease was stealing his memories, his ability to reason, his very essence. It was a cruel and relentless thief, leaving behind a trail of confusion and despair. I watched helplessly as the man I loved struggled to comprehend this new reality. His anger and frustration, a constant reminder of what we were both losing. One evening as we sat down for dinner, he looked at me, his eyes filled with a chilling emptiness. "I don't want to live like this anymore," he whispered, his voice barely audible. "I just want it all to end." The words hung in the air, heavy and suffocating. My heart lurched in my chest. It was the first time he'd ever expressed suicidal thoughts. Fear, raw and visceral, coursed through me. I reached for his hand, my own trembling. "We're in this together," I said, my voice catching in my throat. "We'll find a way. I promise." The weight of his words, the fear in his eyes, was a heavy load to carry. Guilt for wanting a break, for feeling resentful, for wishing things were different. Then compassion takes hold, reminding me that he didn't choose this, that he's fighting his own battle. It's a delicate balancing act, navigating my own emotions while tending to his. It's a journey fraught with challenges. I was his wife, his caregiver, his protector. Our journey is far from over. There will be good days and bad days, and now I am scared I'm going to enter his bedroom or bathroom and he would have taken all of his pills. Don't misunderstand. I totally understand why he wanted to exit the torture in his mind, but my responsibility is also to protect him, so the meds were hidden. Guns put in my safe that he had zero access to. I did ask him if he chose to take this route, please not in the house. I asked myself, what could I do to help him want to live? But in all honesty, who would want to live this way? I prayed for peace for him, no matter how that came to be. So the layers of this life just kept stacking up.